I'm Thomas Smith, and this is a look at the Hero Power Travel Supply. And this thing is amazing, but also sort of like a Rubik's Cube. So we're going to take a look at how to use it, why it's a great travel adapter, especially if you travel to a lot of different countries. And basically, it's able to plug into the outlets in a variety of different countries and adapt them to work with whatever country's outlet you happen to be using. And it's important to note, though, this is an adapter. It's not a converter. And we'll get to the difference in a little bit. It's an important caveat to be aware of. But first, let's just take a look at this in general. So one thing I love, it comes with this little bag that you can use to carry it, and everything that you need is contained in this one unit. So you can see we've got the standard outlet on here for a variety of different UK countries, so UK and others that use the UK style outlet. But then if we want to adapt this to work for an American outlet, to convert it to any of the formats we've got on here, there's little release buttons on the side. So we just press that and we pull this off, and you can see that reveals the American outlet on there to convert to these other countries. The other cool thing with this, Australia is basically an American outlet, but with the prongs are kind of like turned a little bit, and you can actually turn these prongs on the adapter to convert it to Australia mode, essentially, so that you can use it in Australia. You just give them a little turn and they switch, and there's little things as AUS and US. So very cool, very creative way to handle that. Now, what if you need to use an EU style? This is, again, the UK and other UK-related countries. The EU adapter is actually built into the bottom of this one, believe it or not. So we just pop that off. It just slides straight out, which is pretty cool. Pop that out. This goes into the American adapter and turns it into an EU adapter. And again, it's just stored in the base. So pretty awesome that it's so adaptable, pun intended. Very easy to use it for a variety of different countries. And then you can plug an American appliance into this and various other countries' appliances. Another thing to note, it is fuse protected. So there is a fuse in here, which is great as well. So I'm gonna stow this again, put this back in, and then let's take a look. This all just snaps back together. Again, that Rubik's Cube type of thing. Now, some other cool features. We've got on the bottom here 2 USB ports in addition to the power port on the back, so you can charge your phone, charge your other devices while accessing power from here. It's great to have that. We also have the indicator light here to show you that the outlet is indeed getting power. Important caveat, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is an adapter, it's not a converter. So the appliance you plug into it has to be compatible with the voltage in the country that you're in and the phase of the country that you're in. So most cell phone chargers, other electronics like that are going to be compatible, but for something like a hairdryer, it might not be compatible with the country you're going to. So make sure to check on the things you're plugging into this to make sure it's compatible with the voltage and the phase of the country you're going to. Most things, again, that are electronic will be compatible. We want to take a look and see if it says it's compatible with 220 volts or 120, 50 or 60 hertz, the measure for the phase. This is not going to convert the electricity. It's just going to change the outlet. So if you plugged a hairdryer meant for 120 volts into this and plugged it in the UK where it's 220, then you might fry that appliance. So make sure that you're checking the appliance itself. But assuming that it's able to work on the voltage and the phase of the country you're going to, then this is such a versatile little adapter to change it up and allow you to access any kind of outlet really in many countries. Now, there's a few countries it's not compatible with. There's a list, but some major ones are India, Nepal, South Africa. So just keep that in mind. If you're traveling to one of those places, you're going to have to get a different adapter. But for many of the places like the UK, and Australia and the EU and the United States that you might be traveling to, this is a great little power adapter.